Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the Battlefront Classic Collection and see what went wrong. But before we get into the video guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads from me. So guys, let's get into it. The year is 2005 and 8-year-old little me had just lost his tiny mind playing the Revenge of the Sith video game on PS2. And then the Revenge of the Sith movie released in cinemas here in the UK, and I was so excited for this. I begged and begged my parents until they eventually took me, and it was probably one of the best experiences I've had as a kid to see Revenge of the Sith in the cinema. And even though the film took quite a dark turn, let's say, I was not bothered at all. I was on cloud nine. This was the best film I'd seen ever, and nothing was going to make this moment any better for me in 2005. But then, a little video game came out which changed everything for Star Wars fans. The Battlefront 2 video game came out, and let's just say I ran home so I could beg my mum to buy it for me so I could play it as soon as it came out. And Battlefront 2 2005 has been highly regarded as one of the best Star Wars games ever made even today. And we didn't see another Battlefront installment for 10 years. And in 2015, we got this trailer for the new installment of Battlefront games. And the excitement and hype was absolutely through the roof. And unfortunately, they dropped the ball with this game when it launched. It did recover and become a really good game, but for a long time, it was an absolute mess and it was just so difficult to enjoy it properly. But then in 2017, we got the next installment of Battlefront game, and we hoped and we prayed that it would be a much better game and it would deliver. But nope, the Battlefront franchise actually took a step backwards, and 2017's Battlefront 2 had one of the worst video game launches in history. And it took EA a lot of free content drops to get the game to where it technically should have been when it first launched. And over the next 3 years, that is exactly what happened. Battlefront 2 just kept getting better and better. We kept getting new content drops. We kept getting new game modes, new skins. It was amazing, and some of the maps we got were absolutely incredible. They gave us certain characters that technically should have been in the game at the very start, the likes of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker, General Grievous, and so much more. There was still plenty of work to be done, but we knew that Battlefront 2 had finally recovered and became one of the best Star Wars games in history. And in 2020, we got the Scarif update, and we were so excited because we had a feeling that the next one was going to be another installment of the Clone Wars because of Season 7 of the Clone Wars series. But much to our surprise, EA announced that this was going to be the final update for the game and that their vision for the game was complete and there wasn't going to be any more live service. And even to this day, nearly 4 years on, it's still one of the worst decisions that EA has ever made. They shifted the focus onto Battlefield 2042, which, if you remember, had an absolutely horrific start and it became an incredibly bad game very, very quickly. So they took all their attention away from something that was making them a lot of money, that fans were incredibly happy with, and they stopped it right when it got to its peak for a game that failed and flopped. And the response from the fanbase about Battlefront 2 being cancelled was absolutely incredible. There was petitions being signed with thousands and thousands of signatures online. There was a weekend in 2020 where once this was cancelled, I think it was about a couple of months later, there was 19 million players over the course of a weekend playing Battlefront 2. So the fans were crying out for a Battlefront installment, either for them to continue the live service and give us new content drops or to give us a Battlefront free, but nothing came of it. And then in 2024, we got this. It was announced that they would be re-releasing the classic collection of the Battlefront games from 2004 and 2005 on the current gen consoles. And even though this was no Battlefront 3 or this wasn't a continuation of 2017's Battlefront 2 with content updates, these were some of the best Star Wars games ever made, so we were really excited for the fact that they would be a lot crisper, a lot cleaner, they would look a lot better, but also it was announced that they would feature online multiplayer, which again made fans so excited. And these games had many characters, maps, and features that the current Battlefront installments did not have. We got characters like Jango Fett, Mace Windu, and Kit Fisto. We got maps like Coruscant, the Jedi Temple, and Mustafar. We had Palpatine with a lightsaber. We had Galactic Conquest game modes. We had Anakin on the dark side. There was just so much that we loved about these games from back in the day that we were going to finally be able to re-experience in the modern day with cleaner graphics and cleaner gameplay. And we as Star Wars fans were again quite delusional, thinking this was going to be absolutely amazing and there's no way they could get this wrong, because they didn't the first time with these games. So all they had to do is just make it a bit crisper and make the online work. But nope, in true Battlefront gaming fashion, it had an absolutely terrible launch and it is still yet to recover. At the moment of recording, it has a 2.2 star rating on the Xbox store. I use my Series X for my Star Wars games, and that's the rating it's got from the fans. It started off really bad, as in the multiplayer did not work properly. Obviously, it said featured multiplayer and it did not work at all. There were some people that couldn't even play with their friends that lived in other regions or areas. It had really bad bugs, it had really bad crashing on it. There were some people that were trying to stream it on the day of its release and they couldn't even get past the title menu because of the bugs and how much it was glitching and crashing. It was a really horrible experience for anyone that was excited for this game, and again, it let the fans lose faith in the Battlefront title. I personally do not understand why they chose to launch the game in the state it is in. I'm sure the fans would have appreciated having to wait maybe 2 or 3 weeks just for them to get the multiplayer right, to fix the bugs so it can be launched in a good state. But then again, I suppose it wouldn't be a proper Battlefront game without an absolutely horrendous launch and a recovery mission to try and make it how it should have been when it launched in the first place. Now, they have done updates on the game to try and get it in a better condition because the fans have been absolutely slating the game. There's been some people that have gone on online lobbies and they've only been in that lobby by themselves for a very long time and struggled to find games at all, because the majority of the fan base, once they realised the state this game was in, abandoned it, and it will take a lot for the game to recover. But I think they can do it. And they need to do it because we're just losing faith and being let down over and over in the Battlefront franchise. Now, things have actually gotten so bad for this game that even though it is a new release and it's featuring online multiplayer, it's a Star Wars Battlefront title, and they're revamping the classic games that we adored so much. With all of that stuff considered, the player numbers are significantly lower than 2017's Battlefront 2, which has been cancelled and has no live service. This game hasn't even been out a month, and it has already failed in so many ways, which is such a shame because I was really looking forward to this. When I saw the trailer for it, I was ready. I was so excited because I loved those games growing up as a kid. So if they can make them crisper and bring back the online multiplayer, it would be a good game, and they couldn't even do that. But if you do want a more detailed breakdown of this game, please check out this channel, As a True. He is really good at breaking down everything about this game in huge detail. So if you guys are interested, I will leave a link to his channel down below in the description. And I really hope that this game can recover and be the game it always should have been in the first place. This has only been out just over 2 weeks now, and I won't lie, after the first 2 days, I decided, you know what, I'm putting it down until it's fixed because I hold such fond memories of these games when I was younger. I want to be able to pick it up again with it being in a good state and not get frustrated and give up on it when it's in a terrible state that it's in right now. Now, I want you guys to let me know down below in the comments if you're still playing this game and what it's like to play and what the current state of it is for people currently playing the game. Or if you've done what I've done, if you've sort of put it to the side for a little bit until you know it's in a better state so you can enjoy it properly at its fullest. But that is pretty much it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.